Are we in? We might be in. Who knows? Are we in? Yes, we are. Excellent. Cool. So, hello to nobody watching. Here is another lockdown stream. We're here again for the added 14 days. So I don't know if anyone will watch this in the future. If you watch this in the future, the apocalypse didn't take over. But if you're watching this like tomorrow, whenever, I don't know, what's the day today? The 18th. So in South Africa, we're now in, I don't even know what day. So our lockdown was supposed to end after 21 days on Thursday. It's Saturday now. So we are now a few extra days into our extra 14 days of lockdown. So I thought instead of doing the drawing prompts, like I've been doing for the last 21 days, I want to do something a bit more chilled, and just kind of do some draw-alongs. The only thing is, draw-alongs are dependent on people arriving. So I have the same thing again as per usual, where everything that I have says a different time. So this is my phone that I'm filming on. Hello, says 5 past. Computer says 2 minutes to. So I'm just gonna sit here and drink my coffee, and see if anyone else arrives. If they don't after like 2 minutes, then I'm just going to carry on doing some of these. So you may have seen one of my other streams where I painted oh my goodness, my brain, a landscape, Monet landscape. I actually really liked it. So I thought I'm doing a landscape a day for the next 14 days of lockdown, mostly because we can't go outside. So this is my version of going outside. This is the one I did yesterday, but I'm not entirely happy with it. So I want to just kind of work on him again. All of these are going to be for sale as well. So this was today's. I started him. I need to finish him off. But I thought if nobody watches or comes and asks me to draw stuff, then I'm just going to finish these two and possibly start a new one. So that's the plan. No point in wasting a stream if we got it, you know? So, yeah. Just going to kill a little bit more time. I can show you some plants that I've got on my desk in the meantime, but first let me finish my coffee. You know, seeing as this is supposed to be a plant channel. So, sorry for the not planty content, my bad, everybody. Oh my goodness, that was way too big of a gulp. Right. Let's see, let me show you this rehabby dude, because I feel awful about it, but he's getting there now. Okay, so you may, if you're not a planty person, this will sound ridiculous too. If you are a planty person, then you know what I'm talking about. So Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, one of, I would say, the plants last year. I never ended up buying one because honestly they were way too expensive for me, and I didn't think that they were worth what people were charging for them. So a friend of mine was very kind enough to give me a cutting of hers, but in my mind I was like, you know what, it would be so nice, because it had rooted. I was like, I'll put it outside, and it's a climber, so it can climb up a tree outside. And do you want to know what happened? I burnt the living daylights out of the leaves. I thought that it was in enough shade, because our shade bed is very shady. I thought, oh, this is not going to be enough sun for it, but let's just try. And it literally, look at it, it burnt the living daylights out of it. It's atrocious, but I moved it back inside, obviously. Look, he's got new growth. So I'm very excited. There's a tiny little new growth point up here as well. But this is going great guns now. I'm so excited. I feel awful because they're such beautiful plants, and I destroyed him. I think is the last way of putting it. Absolutely destroyed him. I mean, I think we can safely assume that no one else is joining, but let me show you. Here's another little dude. This is a Dischidia or Dischidia, I don't know how you say it. He is rooting nicely now. I've just got him in some sphagnum moss. Check, he's got a little scar here. It's not a mealybug, I promise. He's got perlite on him as well. But he's got quite a lot of new growth, which is really nice. It's such a beautiful plant. So I would say maybe look up this guy if you're interested in Dischidia. He's so beautiful. A friend of mine was kind enough to give me cuttings. It's called Million Heart Dischidia. I think that's the colloquial name for it, as you can probably see why, but he's so pretty. Anyway, so I should probably plant him up at some point. I might put him in Leca, but he's quite happy in the bag, so we'll see. Okay, I don't think anyone's joining, so I guess I'll get some paint out. I guess that's what's happening. So I'm gonna just get this off and get my reference images up. Okay. So if anybody does join now, this has turned into a painting stream, I guess. Maybe let's do this one. I'll zoom you in. No, I won't. No, I'll zoom you in too much. I'm doing well today. There we go. I'm hoping my overlay comes up, so if anybody does arrive, you know what's potting. Anyway, yeah, so this will probably be a lot shorter than I was anticipating it being. Also, recycle. I use all of our old polystyrene things for paint before they go to recycling. There's no point in wasting all this horrible stuff. Also, I keep all of my paints in little bags to try and keep them all divided up. Okay, well, I guess I'll waffle into the abyss. I want to try and brighten these up a little bit. They're a bit duller than what I was hoping. Why do I only have lemon yellow? Such a horrible colour. It's not a horrible colour. I don't like the tone of it. Even this medium yellow is a bit too accurate for me. Much for painting with yellow ochre, which we'll get to eventually, but I just want to get some Prussian blue. I'll show you my favourite colour of my blues that I've got. I use it for mixing everything, but I'm running really low, and obviously it's not essential, so I can't buy more. This guy, such a nice Prussian blue. Had I have known this was going to be a painting stream, I would have pre-dished all of these up, but you get to watch me go through paints. So we've just done, what did I just do? Burnt sienna. Now we're going to do some burnt umber. Also try when you're, let me do this here, when you're dishing up your paints to put them in similar places on your palette. Then you'll remember where it is that you kind of blob your colours. Makes it easier when you're mixing. So the plan was to do another stream, I think on Tuesday night. I don't remember now when I scheduled it for. Payne's Grey. To see if people want to tune in at night. I don't know what the lighting's going to be like in here, but we shall see. Could all buy that. I remember I messed this up yesterday and I put violet next to my Payne's Grey. Didn't go well. Don't tell anyone, but I'm going to use some black as well. God, I like using black paint. Sorry. I'm not going to just use it straight. I'm going to mix it in with other colours to give it more depth. I can't be bothered to mix my own. That's just how we're going to roll today. And I think, other than what green should we use? Green is also a funny paint colour. I don't like any tube greens. They're all such funny, really, really unnatural tones. So this is Hooker's Green. A very unfortunate name, if ever there was one. And then Sap Green. That's light green. Where's my sap? Do I not have any sap green left? No. Excellent. Excellent job. Oh, man. The lockdown struggle is real. Okay. Yes, we're in. Let's see. Nope, it is just me. Okay. Well, then maybe let me just finish these two off and then, yeah. Oh, you know what I did leave behind? Was the paintbrushes I was using yesterday. I left them in the sink. That was fairly stupid, but oh well. Okay. Let's see. I want to brighten this up. It's quite dull, but I also need some smaller brushes for that because I realised yesterday I was only working in basically one size of brush and it wasn't leading to particularly interesting marks. So I've got a little mix here. Size wise, that's a 5-0. I don't know what you are, that's a 0. That apparently is also a 0, but those look two different sizes to me. And that's covered in paint. That's a 4. Okie dokie. Okay, let's roll. I'm okay with the color of the sky. I'm sort of happy with that, so I'm going to leave that as is. But I want to brighten this up. It's a little bit dull for my liking. Okay. Oh, white paint. Duh. Like the most important color of paint. Gosh, there's so much white paint. It's actually ridiculous. Sort of feels like everyone's really run out of steam with everything. At the beginning of lockdown, everyone was kind of like, yeah, we're going to do all these amazing things and be so productive, and myself included, it's all just kind of like fizzled out. I'm just tired now. I just want to leave the house. Like really badly. I don't do well not leaving the house. It's not the people. Like, it sounds awful, but like, we live in an age of communication. You could just WhatsApp people or call them. Like, you can still communicate with everyone you need to communicate with. It's the leaving the house thing I'm really struggling with. Peeps always at the end of a phone. I think what it is, trying to paint over this piece of wood is really difficult, is, for me anyway, like, I associate poor mental health from my own perspective with not leaving the house. So when I was not in a not very good headspace, I didn't leave the house, and I've sort of become a bit obsessed with it now. So like, if I don't leave the house, even on a weekend, I get really like antsy and stressed out, and it's just because there's that like subconscious thing in my mind where I'm like, you didn't leave the house, you need to leave the house. If you don't leave the house, like, your mental health is going to shit. So physically not being able to leave at all for anything under any circumstances is really flippin' testing me right now. So if anyone else is feeling the same, I feel you, I see you, and you can drop me a message if you want, because it's really difficult. I think as well, if you haven't had any issues with your mental health, it's hard to understand. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. It's quite difficult, I'll be frank with you. I'm quite liking the purple that's coming through here. I don't know if it's going to show up at all. I really just want to brighten this up. It just felt very flat. This one feels particularly flat, and I'm trying to work out how to brighten him. I was also painting these as the light was fading yesterday, so now I can see better. I didn't realise how poor the light was in the evenings. Okay, let's get a little bit of tonal range in here. I'll probably just finish this one on stream and then call it a day. I think else really to update you with. It's sort of hard to update you when nothing's happening. I'm doing the thing again where I'm only using one size brush. I'm going to hit it with a small one. Yeah, plant-wise, everyone's doing pretty well. The Fatsia japonica is getting there now, which is nice. I guess it's coming to its growing season though, so that helps. I want to do a bit of shuffling around, but that means repotting. I don't really want to repot anybody now that we're moving out of growing season, so I might just have to wait and see. I also want to do a fair bit of moving, but yeah, I don't know about anything at the moment. There's a fly stuck in here. He's very loud. Let's get some more purple. Should be using things like reds to help and pop the greens, but sort of enjoying using purple with these. I guess that's what we're going to carry on doing. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit excited to do another interactive one like last weekend. It's a bit bad. Maybe the one on Tuesday will be busier. It's really not reflecting nicely in this. Colour's relatively bright for me, which isn't really ideal for streaming, but I guess it is what it is. I guess that's what happens when you stream off your cell phone. Mixing on these polystyrene trays makes a really satisfying noise. Trying to get this all Bob Ross ASMR for you, but it's a little bit quiet. Push this back a little bit with some shadows. World's loudest pigeon. Okay. You know what? I think I might carry on doing this off stream, so then I can move this here out of the way and I can lean over properly. But anyway, if you do watch this in the future, thanks. I will be back on Tuesday, I want to say it's the 24th. Let me check my calendar. Tuesday the 21st at 8 p.m. So that's South African time, 8 p.m. And the plan was again to do an interactive one, but who knows? So I may end up doing some more painting like this. But yeah, I think I'm gonna carry on doing this by myself. And yeah, if you are in South Africa, these will all be for sale. These ones, this size, I think it's like 20 by 15 centimeters. I'm going to be selling those for 250 rand. These ones, so these are A5, this is A6, that'll be 150. So yeah, I'm going to be doing one each day for the next 14 days. Some will be on paper, some will be on board. I'm basically just using what I've got. The lockdown struggle is real. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. So if you want to see more of these, you can check my art Instagram. So that's @LiffyJoy. I promise more planty videos are coming. I've got a new sciencey one I wanted to film. I might film it tomorrow. I'm quite stoked about. There's another one that I'm nearly finished researching for, so I've got a few more sciencey ones in the works. So the next few coming up are more chilled, and then we're heading back into more science. So yeah, that's the plan. So I will see you guys maybe on Tuesday, if not for more planty videos. Au revoir.